fuck it. I'm just gonna pick your brain here. You're
good.
Raymundo. You're white, and you're a Trump supporter. I'm gonna translate that in a little bit. But you're a Trump supporter, right?
Correct. I am.
That's why I wanted to bug you because, believe it or not, you're related to me.
I
Is that
am.
true?
I am technically your nephew.
Yeah. And that's the amazing part. That you on the outside look white, but you're Big Salvi on the inside, correct?
Correct. According to Ancestry, I'm like 40%, 38 to
According to
40%.
Ancestry, it's
No,
not
no,
your
no.
mom who told you that? I mean,
No, I no.
see, you are white. You tried to get the brown out of you by going to Ancestry.
The 23andMe. I'm sophisticated white. 23andMe.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Uh, you don't speak Spanish. I want everybody to know that.
Yeah, sadly, I do not speak Spanish.
But you're aware of what a pupusa is, correct?
Correct. I have attempted to make many, and maybe one successful batch, but that's it.
Just one.
Just
You
one.
probably put kale in it. Okay. Uh,
I feel very confident.
okay, good. Do you hear those girls laughing, by the way?
I do. Who are they?
Why didn't you say anything halfway into this? Hey, by the way, there was some girl. My neighbors won't shut up. Oh, Dan, they probably just heard me.
They probably just
I
heard you.
mean, keep going,
Sorry.
because if I can hear them. Okay, anyway, so what I don't want to do is do this back and forth, who's right, who's wrong. I just
Yeah.
need you to tell me. I want you to help me explain. I mean, help me understand from someone that I know is not racist. That's still open. It's an open book. I don't know. I don't know what
Wow.
you're doing in your spare
Wow.
time.
We're family. I don't
But
understand.
like I said, I don't know. What if you're a serial killer? We'll find out later. But for the most part, you seem pretty normal, and yet you support him, right? Correct?
For the most
So
part.
all
Yeah.
the other stuff that we see, this is the only way I could find an even ground, that we call racist or that we say that guy's just complete insane. Do you guys not see that part, or are we completely blind?
No, I don't think you're completely blind at all. I think you have some valid points in saying that, he speaks out of his ass. He does.
Right.
There's no argument against that.
Okay.
To call him outright racist, I think is disingenuous or dishonest at best. Because again, what he's saying might seem bad in terms of the whole Mexican thing, how there are rapists, killers, drug dealers coming through the borders. There are people coming from everywhere. He's just saying why he was doing something, say like to build the wall, to make border security more enhanced. That's all he's saying. And yes, it sounds bad. And yes, it is not a good thing. We don't want to hear from anybody from the culture, from Hispanic culture, from any kind of culture. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to think anybody's bad from, us. But everybody, every culture, everybody has them. And that's why he's trying to justify why he's doing stuff with the border.
I feel like you're holding back, like you're pulling your punches. That was a very white, vague answer. No, I'm just kidding. But it was, there's a lot of people out there who support him, right? Who don't really like people of color. And that's why I think you're interesting for this because, I don't think anybody messes with you the way another Trump supporter would probably mess with us. You guys don't go through the same racism that someone that of my skin color would normally go through when it comes to meeting a Trump supporter. Do you see what I'm saying?
I can definitely see what you're saying, but at the same time, just because a douchebag represents Trump does not mean that douchebag represents all of us. Yes, I know you've had multiple instances. I'm sure,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Multiple instances,
right.
But again, just because there's a couple or even a dozen douchebags that you've happened to meet in a highly populated area doesn't mean that they represent the entire ideal or anything that they stand for. They just like the guy because he likes to say shit out of his ass, and he's like, we're gonna make America great again. And what in their mind America is like, oh yeah, racism, yes. But
I mean, no, not necessarily. It's just I don't know. You guys nitpick of what you like about him. So you like this, and that's cool. That's great. And we're all across the board. No, because it just takes a few things that he does for us to be like, nah, I can't really get behind him. I have a theory, though. Maybe I can find common ground with you. I think he does it because he knows the media is going to eat it up. It's for show. He likes to entertain. He's definitely a showman. Like, he knows how to put on a good show. He knows how to get all the attention. I think he just did that to grab all the attention that eventually turned into votes.
You said is a lot of it is right. Trump's one of the biggest attention whores there is. Like
Right.
there's no denying that. You
Hmm.
have to admit he loves to show off. He loves to talk big. And you have to admit he's funny. He's
Yeah,
hilarious.
he's hilarious. But do you think
He's
that's why he's doing
hilarious.
it? Like deep down inside, he's like, I'm not a racist, but watch me mess with the entire world. You know what I mean?
I'm sure. Again, I don't think he is totally 100% doing this, but he at times will be like to either whoever's running his Twitter or if it is really him likes to be a troll in a lot of and take attention from a lot of things that are happening in the world. So I would say yes, a lot of ways Trump just likes to stir up shit because he knows that in the end he's Teflon Don. He will almost
Teflon
never be
Don.
touched and never be scathed with I think the polls.
So you watched my tipping video, right?
I did watch your tipping video. It was
Okay, I
hilarious.
felt it was completely racist, and this has a lot to do with Trump, man. Um, like, I think there's certain things we should be allowed to say, and like I said in the video, it wasn't. If it's true, it's not that really racist. What country was he called the shithole country? What was it?
I believe it was some country in Africa. I don't know the exact.
Haiti? Was it Haiti?
Complaining to lawmakers in the Oval Office about protections for immigrants. Why do we want these people from, quote, all these shithole countries here? According to a Democratic aide familiar with the conversation, Mr. Trump was referring to African nations and Haiti.
It was either Haiti or something. He said one of those was
And
shithole.
then you saw pictures of it, and it looked like a shithole. Okay,
Yeah.
that to me is the difference of when he's super racist and when he's not being racist, because it's kind of true. Kind of what I was hinting on. Now, what did you think about that video? I mean, about as far as gratuity. Are you a good tipper?
I wasn't in the beginning.
Why?
And sadly your video didn't change me. I had to find out like the hard way. But I'm a good tipper now. Like I was probably within the last 3-4 years.
So you were a dick when it came to like why you wouldn't tip at all or
No. Again, I didn't understand how, from waitresses, hostesses, all that stuff. I didn't understand that it was that's their main source of income. I did not understand that. I thought, okay, you're
yeah.
getting paid by the house. This is just extra. Like,
No,
no, that's not how that works.
No, not at all. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't know that.
Yeah.
And I mean that's cool that you know it now. Now again, I'm not forcing people to tip, but if it went great, you know what I mean? Like there was nothing wrong, then leave something because there's a good
Yeah.
chance
But
that's
see,
their paycheck.
I was the young adult who would leave like $2-3 after everything,
No, we
even though
hate
it was.
people like you, bro.
I
No,
know.
especially young white kids like you, man. And you should know better because on the inside you're brown. So you need to tell the rest of the people in your committee to just cut the crap. Like tell their kids $2-3 is not really a tip. If I can, like, if it's enough to make a phone call on a payphone, you remember payphones? Are you
I
that
do
young?
remember pay. I
Okay.
used to call it payphones or see
If I
payphones
can
a
make a
lot
phone
back
call
in
with
the
what you
day.
give me, it's a shitty tip, man. Just give me enough money to buy a phone, not just
Yeah.
make a phone call.
See, I'm also sexist when it comes to tips.
Ooh.
I'm still this way. Like I'm still this way.
What do you mean? You rather tip women? You rather tip guys? What do you mean?
No. Like, see, and I try to explain this to my waitress friends and my waiter friends.
Uh-huh.
But if like a girl is, she's the stereotypical waitress. She's bubbly, she'll make conversation with you, blah blah blah. She's good service. Okay, I'm more inclined to give her money like for the tip than if
Right.
like if it wasn't like one of my friends. If I just saw a dude who was like, he was cool, he did good service, everything like that. Then I'd be like, okay, I'll give him, 15%. But if it was a girl who did the same exact thing, I would be more inclined to give her
You
20%.
basically said you're tipping because she's hot. That's pretty much what
I didn't say anything about looks. I just said what she did. I didn't say anything about looks.
Okay, if it's a girl and she does a good job, she gets a tip. But if it's my fat ass, how much you gonna give me, Raymond?
You're gonna get 15. You're gonna get 15.
So I just asking because I think it's hilarious how you look white. I'm sorry, man. Keep picking at that. Like out there, does everybody really think you're white?
Oh yeah. Even one of my
hold on, because you didn't tell them? Because I think that'd be dope.
Oh, I don't want to seem like that dude who's trying to get brown points, from everybody I go.
No, but I'm being honest here. Like actually, okay, I don't know. I'm just poking fun, but technically you're not white. but boy, do you look it.
Oh
Now, is
yeah,
that
no,
to
I
your
know.
advantage? Like when you meet girls, is that to your advantage? Or
No,
used to?
no, like uh, almost all of my exes and even my current girlfriend, she says
Okay.
that sh- she says that basically I don't like pasty white dudes. I like,
You're pretty
somewhat
fucking
tan.
pasty, man.
No, I'm not. I can be. My legs are, but no, I tan pretty well.
So, especially living in Modesto, well, actually, there's a lot of Hispanic people in Modesto.
Oh, there's a lot of dude. That's Honda
Yeah, yeah,
Central. What
yeah.
are you
Actually,
talking
yeah,
about?
I'm wrong. Yeah, yeah, pretty much what's out there. So this was for okay. That's interesting. Are you trying to be a doctor or a nurse? What's your goal?
Eventually, yes. Right now, me and my mentor are working on, but she works at my university over in here in Stan State. But um,
So you're
she
trying to be
is
a doctor. You want to be a doctor, right? Yeah.
eventually, but I don't know if I want to do medical or if I want to do like PhD. I don't know yet. But really, what I want to focus on is how to figure out and alleviate or cure the diseases such as autoimmune disease like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, all that stuff. I want to figure out how we can cure those, if not just find a medicine that actually works long term without so many side effects such as the ones my mom and a lot of family members are taking now.
Yeah, and I remember you asked for my saliva to help you with your research, right?
Yes, I asked for your
Raymond, what did
supply.
you do with my saliva? Where is it now?
It is in a fridge currently. I can't
It,
do anything with it yet.
I don't
So
want you.
there's,
I don't want you to do anything with it. Don't even, what the hell? What the hell would you do with it? Is
well,
this is going towards this is dope. This is going towards your research and all that stuff, which I think is great. But
yes.
like, so you're trying to find the next big cure, you know? Pretty much.
Eventually, yes,
But for
pretty
in
much
particular
yes.
this because
I,
it runs in our family, right?
yes, if I might as well shoot for the stars if I'm gonna do anything like this. So yes,
Right.
find the cure. All I've done really is just basically stabilize and preserved your DNA for the time being until hopefully all this wears down, this whole pandemic thing, so I can go back to the lab and do stuff with it.
If I
But
see a clone of me running around, I know how that happened, man. Like, what do you think about this virus? Should we go and blame the Chinese for it? Because I blame them.
I think it's 80%
Yes, I was that
China's
strong.
fault. I think 80% is definitely China's fault, and then it is partially like it's us, and it's also I think money that was funding China without having really strict. We can all say this now, but without having strict guidelines on how to handle, these types of viruses, these types of
So, how do you think we handled it? How do you think your boy handled it?
in terms of the pandemic outbreak.
Yeah.
Um, I think he handled it out of 100. I would give him a low B,
So okay,
a
I'm
B
not
minus.
again. There's so many things we could be here all night as far as I'm right, I'm right, you're wrong, or you're wrong, I'm right. And I don't want to do that.
Mhm.
Like I said, I try to come at it through another point of view.
Yep.
So you heard what he said about the Lysol disinfectant stuff. Well, I'm
Mhm.
not gonna say that's stupid.
Mhm.
That kind of remains to be like okay. Let's just put that to the side. But you heard that conversation, right?
Yes.
And again, coming from a Trump supporter, you heard that conversation, and you must have known that that's a silly idea, right?
Of course, I did not. I did not believe, and I do not believe that he said we as the American people need to inject any kind of cleaning
Right there.
agents
Right.
into
I knew you were gonna give
anything.
me some bullshit answer like that. Because you
No,
guys
he didn't
dissect
say
every
that.
little thing he says.
No,
If we interpret it one way, you guys go looking, well, see, look,
no,
it wasn't what you said. Like you
no.
guys just find random stuff.
What
And
I
in this case, hold on, what I really wanted to ask you was that in this case, he said it. Do you take that as Trump being trolling people again? Or do you really think he made a mistake by saying that? Or the third option, that's not what he meant, was what you said.
No, he definitely made a mistake. Again, Trump is no doctor. Trump is not a person who we
I'm
should be
glad
taking
you said that.
any kind of medical advice from. That's why we have Dr. Anthony Fauci. That's why we have Dr. Burks. That's why we have the task force that he assembled to handle this, not him himself.
Right.
No, what I think happened was Trump was talking out of his ass, and I'll tell you what I think was really stupid and a really dumb move on his part. He was talking out of his ass because Apparently, one of his advisors on the medical task force had said that there are new therapies or old therapies that we have used back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or potentially new ones that do use what we term as cleaning agents such as hydrogen peroxide, ultraviolet light, all that stuff. He probably told Trump this like an hour, maybe 30 minutes before. I don't know when he told him, but obviously
I
Trump
believe
understands.
you, but
No, no,
and
no,
in
no.
that moment,
He just,
the
yeah,
idea.
the idea didn't form. And so he was like, do you think we could do this? Do you think we could do this? And again, that wasn't him saying, America, go to the freaking your
Of
local grocery
course not.
store.
But it questions who we have on that podium, Raymundo. It just says this is the guy that you went into the booth and you pushed that button or you hit the ink thing, however the hell you voted, and you marked it right next to his name. And now we have him saying stuff like this. Shouldn't we hold him to a higher standard and be like, okay, this guy's stupid. He shouldn't be talking like that. I'm just saying.
Yes, no, yeah.
Gotta help me
We
understand.
we should hold and try to hold our president in a higher standard only in the fact that he should, be presidential. Trump is obviously never going to be presidential.
No, that's
But
actually, I'm not gonna lie, that's why I like him. It is
that's why I
very
like him too.
interesting.
That's
It's
why I like
very
him.
interesting to see him say what he does, and it's like, did he really just say that? And then somebody's like, yeah, he did, and then it just makes your day kind of.
Yeah.
It's just that we've accepted this new type of president. We don't ask for presidential anymore. Those days, in my opinion, are over. From now on, I mean, when they started saying The Rock or Oprah for president, that's Trump, bro. Trump opened that door. And I'm not saying I'm up for it. I'm like, I want it, not at all. But at the same time, I'm like, hey, this is it. Anybody could be president now. Anybody. As long as, one, you got money and you get that much attention. I'm just saying.
No, I know, but the whole point was supposed to be anybody could be president even before Trump. That was the whole point of it before.
No, there's White again. What do you mean? You can't.
What do you mean?
Let's be realistic here. When we were kids, you wanted to be I want to be president of the United States, and then somebody actually, well, you can do it. Shut up. No, it's one of the most toughest jobs you can ever do. I'll give you one thing. This is what I tell all my friends. As far as terrorism, the man is my favorite president. Nobody wants to mess with the crazy man holding the gun. You know what I mean? Are you kidding me? He blew up that general, which normally nobody would have done. And we haven't heard about that story since, by the way. You notice that? The guy they killed, they blew him to heaven.
Yeah.
Or hell, whatever you believe in. And then Trump didn't think twice about it, and that's it. I don't know. Nobody's going to fuck with us because it's Trump. That's what I'm trying to say.
Which I think, in this respect, what you're talking about is a good thing. Yes.
See, we agreed on something.